The story begins by showing a dense forest. A man was running frantically, hoping that he might find a way out of this forest. But the forest was so thick that no way out could be seen. The man moves forward while looking at the sun. But now the sun was also slowly setting. Yet the man did not stop running. He reached a point where a board was placed. It read, "Point of no return," meaning no one could come back from there. Along with it, the number 108 was also written on the board. Seeing this, he became even more distressed. Slowly, darkness deepened and a strange fear spread throughout the forest. Suddenly, all the birds flew away at once. Even after traveling miles, the man didn't see a single wild animal in the forest. Whatever it was, even the wild animals seemed to be afraid of it. Terrified, the man began to run even faster. But after hours of running, he suddenly stopped at a place. Despair filled his face, for right in front of him stood the same 108 signboard with the words, "Point of no return." He now realized that no matter how much he ran, he could never escape this forest. So he began searching for a place to hide, but he found no safe place to hide. So he climbed up a tree. But then the branch broke and he fell from a great height to the ground. After falling, he was badly injured. He had suffered deep wounds. Before he could lose consciousness, the ground suddenly began to shake and strange growling sounds echoed. Hearing those sounds, his breath caught in his throat. Suddenly, something dragged him away. Who or what dragged him was never shown. But we could hear his painful screams. 6 days after this incident, we are shown a girl named Meena in the city who works in a bird shop. Then her boss arrives and orders Meena to deliver a golden parrot to a place far from the city. Obeying her boss, Meena sets out to deliver the parrot. She sits in her car, sets the location on her phone, and begins her journey. After leaving the city, she sees a board filled with missing people's photos. It meant that many people had already disappeared from there. But Meena doesn't pay much attention and keeps going. On her way, Meena takes a shortcut through the forest so she can deliver the parrot quickly, and she ends up in the middle of the forest. This is the same place where we had seen a man disappear earlier. Upon reaching there, Meena was completely trapped. She checks her phone's map, but there's no signal, and even her car radio isn't working. Meena tries to leave, but she can't figure out the way out. After a while, her car also broke down. Stepping out, she sees the same signboard in front of her. Point of no return. Meena is utterly confused, so she takes the parrot's cage in her hand and walks ahead looking for help. But there was no sign of help anywhere around. After that, she returns to the spot where she had parked her car, but her car had disappeared. Seeing this, she became very distressed. She thought maybe she hadn't come back to the same spot, but to another one, and that her car was parked elsewhere, because every point in the forest looked the same. Now the darkness was growing deeper. Suddenly, just like before, all the birds flew away from the trees. Meena started to feel scared. As the ground shook violently, Meena sensed someone's presence nearby. Suddenly, she saw a shadow in the distance. She ran after it, but found no one there. Then suddenly, Meena saw an old woman running. Meena too started running after her. She was asking her for help, but the woman didn't stop. She kept running faster. Once again, Meena chased her, but suddenly, the old woman vanished. As Meena searched further, she saw a large room deep in the forest. The old woman opened the door and said to Meena, "If you want to live, come inside quickly." Hearing this, Meena ran toward the room without a second thought. As soon as Meena entered, the old woman locked the gate. Meena saw that it was a strange room with a huge mirror. Along with the old woman, there were two other people there. Nervously, Meena asked them, "What is this place?" The old woman replied, "We call this place the Cove. My name is Madeline. This girl is Kiara, and this boy is Daniel." The old woman told Meena, "This is not the time to talk. Stand with us in front of the mirror because someone is coming to see us." Meena asked, "Who is coming to see us?" But the old woman didn't answer her. Suddenly, strange noises came from outside. Terrified, Meena asked, "What are these sounds?" Kiara told her, "We call them the Watchers. They are watching us from the other side of the mirror, but we cannot see them. Every night after sunset, they come here and keep watching us until the morning sun rises." Then noises began coming from the other side of the mirror. Meena asked, "What is this noise?" The old woman said, "The Watchers are happy at your arrival. They are applauding when they see you here. Mina was completely confused. She wanted to leave as soon as possible. These watchers Madeline spoke of, neither Mina nor anyone else had ever seen them. The night passed. In the morning, they all came out of the place. Madeline explained that the watchers only came out at night. During the day, we can roam freely in the forest. All night, Mina kept thinking, when will morning come so I can escape this forest quickly? So at dawn, she immediately started searching for a way out of the forest. But Madeline told the others not to stop her, as if she knew Mina could never escape this forest and would surely return. As Mina left, Madeline warned her, this is not a wise decision. There's no way out of this forest. Before nightfall, we must return to this house. If you're late, you will lose your life. But Mina didn't listen to anyone and rushed ahead with the parrot. Soon after moving ahead, she once again saw the same sign, point of no return. She got scared seeing it, but she didn't lose courage and kept moving forward in the direction of the sun. But she couldn't manage to get out of the forest. As she went ahead, the path itself ended. Mina saw that she was standing on the top of a mountain. From there, as far as she could see, there was nothing but forest, so she sat down, disappointed. Suddenly, someone placed a hand on her shoulder. She got scared, and when she turned around, it was the old woman, Madeline. There, Madeline comforted her and said, "You're not the only one who tried to escape and failed. We also failed, just like you, and stayed here. There is no way out of here. Come, let me show you something." Madeline took Mina toward the forest. Madeline told Mina, "This forest is a hunter, and we are all its prey. If you want to stay alive, stick with us." Madeline showed her many signs that said, "Point of no return." These were placed in a circular pattern around the forest, and their room was in the middle. Madeline explained that these were placed half a day's distance from their shelter. If you go beyond these, coming back will be nearly impossible. So whenever you see these signs, never ignore them. Mina asked, "Who made all this?" Madeline replied, "A professor made them, but no one has ever seen him." Now night fell. They all went back inside the house. Every night, the watchers came to watch them. That night, a girl named Kiara danced in front of them and said, "They like this." It wasn't that all four of them had to just stand in front of the watchers every night. They could do whatever they wanted. The only rule was they couldn't turn their backs on them. If they did, the watchers became furious. At night, their only problem was the watchers. But during the day, they also faced many hardships. Every day, they hunted in the forest to find food to survive. That's how they managed to get by. The next day, Kiara and Mina went hunting in the forest. Mina asked Kiara, "What do these watchers even want?" Kiara replied, "I don't know much either." But Madeline said, "These watchers observe us. They study us. But if we see the watchers, we'll go insane because the watchers look terrifying." Kiara then showed her a pit and said, "There are many pits like this in the forest. During the day, all the watchers stay inside these pits, and at night, they come out of them. They can't come out in the day because sunlight burns their skin." Kiara told Mina, 5 months ago, I came here with my husband, and since then, we've been trapped here. But 6 days ago, my husband went out to find a way out. I still hope he will return and take all of us out of here safely." Here, we learn that Kiara's husband was actually that same man, the man we saw at the start of the movie, dragged away by something, and now he was already dead. While talking, both of them returned to the shelter. There, Madeline explained 3 rules to Mina for survival. First, never open the door at night. Second, never turn your back toward the mirror at night. And third, never go near the pits during the day and stay in the sunlight as much as possible. As long as you follow these rules, you'll survive. But Mina didn't trust Madeline's words at all. That night, Mina wanted to know more about the watchers, so she pressed her ear against the mirror, trying to hear something. When she couldn't hear anything, she thought Madeline's stories about the watchers were fake. So, breaking the rule, she lay down with her back toward the mirror, and doing that made the watchers furious. They began pounding hard on the glass. The noise woke Madeline, and she quickly told Mina to stand facing the glass. Only then did the watchers calm down. That meant when humans turned their backs to the watchers, they took it as an insult. That night passed, and the next day, Mina went hunting with Daniel. She asked Daniel, "Have you ever seen a watcher?" Daniel replied, "I've never seen them either, and whoever sees them doesn't live to tell about it." Then Mina told Daniel, "I think all this is just Madeline's made-up story. She's trapping us in it. We should definitely check those pits. Maybe we'll find a way out." Daniel was also extremely frustrated staying there, and he too wanted to find a way out and escape this forest. forest. So he agreed with Mina, and together they went to a pit. Now Mina tied herself with a rope and climbed down into the pit. Daniel held the other end of the rope, so if anything happened, he could pull her back quickly. Mina reached the bottom of the pit, where she found a lot of human belongings. Mina started collecting the items. These were all things belonging to people who had fallen victim to the Watchers. Daniel pulled up a camera, a bicycle, and all kinds of supplies with the rope. Mina waited below, hoping Daniel would throw the rope down again so she could climb out. But before she could climb out, she heard movement inside the pit. Mina quickly shouted for Daniel to throw the rope down. But then, a Watcher's hand reached toward her. That terrifying hand was getting closer and closer to Mina. And then suddenly, but what happened next? Will she ever make it out of this cursed forest alive? Find out in part 2. And if you really want part 2, type part 2 in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Part 2 is coming very soon.